What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky B here, back with some Madden 16. That's right, the game has finally released, and we are getting ready to start a brand new connected franchise mode. If you have missed the announcements on Twitch and YouTube, the team we will be taking over for Madden 16 is the Tennessee Titans. I really feel like this is a perfect team for us. They have a young quarterback that we can really develop into our own player in Marcus Mariota, and they have a few other young players that are going to be very crucial to this team's success as we move forward. That said, they have a lot of holes that we are going to have to fill, and this is definitely a team that needs to be rebuilt, which is what I love to do in my Madden franchise modes. This is a team we can take over. We can find some players in the draft. We can sign some good free agents, maybe some underrated players that just need the right spot to shine, and I definitely feel like we can do that with this team and hopefully make this team our own. Now, if you are new to my channel, there's a few things that you need to know. First and foremost, I call the game kind of like an RPG. If I am watching the game doing my commentary, I'm going to call it like a commentator. In other words, if I throw an interception, I will not be taking responsibility for it. I will be blaming the quarterback for it, regardless of how bad of a read it is. Secondly, I'm going to have the most active connected franchise on YouTube. That's something I kind of take pride in doing. I know I did for Madden 15. You know, we got into 7 seasons before this game finally released. And my promise to you guys, after all the support you have shown me over the last year, is that I'm going to take this one even further. Meaning we're going longer than 7 seasons, guys, because you guys have shown me a lot of support. And I kind of want to give back to you, man. I really can't tell you guys how much I appreciate y'all. And I want to show that by trying to give you the best content I can. And by taking this deeper than any other franchise on YouTube. I definitely think that's a goal that we are going to be able to accomplish, and I'm looking forward to it, guys. I think it's going to be fun. Third, I play this game to have fun. I am not ever going to claim to be one of the best Madden players. If you want to watch a guy go, 16-0 every season, win the Super Bowl every year, probably not the channel for you guys. I play this game to have fun. I'm not the greatest Madden player. I don't always make good reads. In fact, I don't make good reads a lot of the time. It's just who I am. And I definitely plan on keeping this game challenging. I don't want to have those 16-0 seasons. I want this game to be competitive while keeping its realism. Bringing me to the next point, I definitely want to make this the most realistic franchise that I possibly can. I'm going to have to fight with sliders a few times along the way. I understand that. But it's something I'm definitely going to work a lot harder on this year in terms of really bringing the realism back to this game. It's something I want to do. Last but certainly not least, guys, give me your suggestions. I want this to be the most interactive franchise on YouTube. And to do that, I need your help. If you guys have something you want to say, please let me know. I promise you guys, I read every single comment. If you guys are going to take time out of your day to leave me a comment, I am going to read it. I cannot always respond. I don't have time to respond to every comment, and I regret that. If you did want to talk to me on that kind of level, I'm usually very good with talking to my chats on stream, so always come see me there. But I do read every comment you guys post on YouTube, and that's something I want. I want this to be a very interactive franchise. I want your help rebuilding this Tennessee Titans team. And, keep in mind, I'm not always going to be able to take your suggestions. Just because you posted there doesn't mean it's something I'm going to be able to do. A lot of people tend to watch my Madden videos, and because of that, it's impossible to make everybody happy. Everybody has a different opinion. So ultimately, the decision's always going to come down to me, but I definitely want to get your guys' input. And if you've followed my channel before, you know that I do take that seriously, and I do try to incorporate things that you guys say into the game. And that's something I promise you I will continue with this season. You know what? We've been talking for a minute. I think it's time to get going. Everybody, here we go. Tennessee Titans, let's do this. So we can do this online or offline. I will be doing some online franchises. There are definitely some benefits to doing it. But this is my solo franchise, and because of that, I'm going to do it offline. Now, faster simulations, it doesn't really matter when I'm playing it week by week. Again, solo multiplayer doesn't matter. Live tuning updates. That one is the only thing the only reason that I would be doing this online. And I say that because my issue is I don't want to be in the middle of a game, have my internet flicker, and it kind of ruin everything. You know what I mean? Like, have to start the game all over. That's not something I want to deal with, so I'm probably going to go with offline for this. We will be doing other online franchises on Madden 16, though. I've already talked about doing a Twitch series, and I'm excited about that. Start new franchise. Let's do this. Use preseason roster again. We're taking over this team. If you've watched my channel before, you know something about me, and that's I do not care about player ratings. I really don't. I care about putting the players that produce on the field. And because of this, we've seen some huge steals throughout my franchises. Players that didn't have a good rating, but they really contributed to my team. And that's something I kind of want to carry over to this as well. So that's something to keep an eye out for. 49ers, that's my team. I love you guys. Alden Smith, you're not there anymore, buddy. You are not there anymore. What do they have Odell at? 92 overall. Nah, I see it. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's go ahead and find the Tennessee Titans. It is going to be a project. It's not going to be easy to do, but I have faith in us. You know, we have Casey, Delaney Walker, a guy I like a whole lot. You know, being a 49er fan, I kind of saw him start his career. So definitely a weapon I can use. You know, he's got a lot of speed at the tight end position. Chance Warmack, going to be a good right guard for us to use. But this team, it's going to take some time. Start playing regular season. Nope. Nope. Fantasy draft. All right, yeah. All right, so obviously we're going to be doing the preseason. Doing the preseason, change role. I want to be the owner. We are taking over. Let's do this. We are going to create an owner. And you know what? You got to know where you came from to know where you're going. And because of that, we're doing a former player here. This backstory gives you an advantage when it comes to team popularity. 500 legacy score, roster happiness is going to be good. Now, we don't necessarily have a whole lot of money to start off as opposed to a financial mogul or a lifelong fan. Well, that's about the same too. But you know what? Former player. And some of you guys, I don't know, maybe you know who this guy is, but we're going with the backbone of our Crusaders franchise, and that's going to be Devin Golden. The guy delivered for us on so many occasions, and you know what? His playing career came to an end. It did, and he wanted to get back into the game. You know, he can't buy the Raiders, unfortunately, the Crusaders, but he's going to go out on a limb. He's going to buy the Tennessee Titans, and we are going to make this team our own. You know, we're going to be relocating the team. I don't know if that's going to be an incredibly popular decision, but I really like taking a team and making it my own. I want to take this team somewhere else, put my own spin on everything between the roster, the uniforms. That's going to be us. And that's something I kind of take pride in, and I like doing. Instant starter, it doesn't really matter in this kind of mode. Salary cap's going to be on. Skill level, all Madden. I have not changed any of the sliders yet, guys. That's what we have the preseason for. We'll be working with it throughout the preseason, trying to find the good, perfect set of sliders. Another thing I might do is after playing a game or two, I might go on Operation Sports and find a slider set to try out there. So that's something to keep an eye on. Quarter length. My quarter lengths for the regular season are going to be 15 minutes long. For the preseason, we're sticking with 8 minutes. A lot of people don't care so much about the preseason, so I kind of like to rush through it quickly as possible. But I do enjoy the preseason because it gives me a chance to see which backups are actually going to be better starters than some of our starting players. And I have made changes based on that before. Again, I don't care about rating. I care about production. And certain times, certain players will give me, you know, better production, even though they might not be rated as well. And I will move forward with that player. So I do want to stick with the preseason to kind of see that. Minimum play clock time. I forget what I had this on with Madden 15. We'll try 15 seconds. Seems about right. That should be fine. Weekly coach firing is going to be on. Gameplay tuning. Sure. Injury on. Pre-existing injury on. Sure. Deadline. Yep. Enable all. Sure. Relocation settings is going to be normal. League type. Yeah, sure. All this stuff. I think we will be okay. Always. Yes, that is going to be good for me. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be good with that because sometimes when I'm editing, that'll help me out. We'll keep all that stuff on, sure. I want to try to let the computer play the defense. That was requested by a lot of people. I don't know, if you guys don't feel that way and you want to see me play defense, by all means. I typically play the defensive line, though, so we'll see. Why is... I feel like Zoom was the first one. We'll try standard. Let's see. No, I don't really. Well, we'll keep it on and maybe turn it off after the first week. That's weird. I don't know. Passing camera. I don't even like these are some of these things are new. We won't do it. I think I turned that on last year. Maybe it made it too easy. We'll kind of make that more difficult. That's fine. That should work. I do not want tutorial pop-ups. Fill roster. No, we are taking over everything with this team. We will have a say on every single person that makes the 53-man roster. Nope, because we'll be taking over all that. I believe that's good for us. I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and jump into it. If I can figure out how to... Now, do I do that? Alright, I think that I just want to make sure that all saved really quick. I think it probably did. Yes, it did. Okay, cool. Alright, start playing preseason. Here we go. Before we get into our first game, we are going to check out our roster and check out all the stuff, you know, just the initial points of that. This is something new with the new Madden, and it's the goals. It looks like they're a lot more realistic, and that's perfect. That's what I want to see. You know, this Madden, it's going a little bit deeper than the previous one, and I definitely think that is good. The scouting is going to be a whole lot different. We're going to have to scout every single week, guys, so the news videos are going to be a lot more important. And I think that's going to be cool. I think it's going to be fun to kind of take over and try to put our own spin on things. Scouting every single week opens up a lot more possibilities, and the draft is going to be a lot better this season with this new Madden. So answer media question. Here we go. These in previous Maddens were never good. It's like a lose-lose situation just about. But we'll see if we can pull something different here. You headed up a group of investors to potentially buy a franchise, and now you have one. Why did you want to be an owner so bad? Truthfully, it's the fans. They were so great to me during my time as a player, and I just wanted to stay involved in the game and give back to them. My history being what it is, I think I can be unique and know football, and I think it's a big reason why this team will be a winner under me. The NFL is a success-driven league. I succeeded as a player, and when I retired, I realized I wanted a new challenge, and this was it. You know what? Make it about the fans. You always got to make it about the fans, because that's what any owner should be doing. So per winning season, again, good. Per losing season, not so good. And that kind of scares me because this is not a team that's likely going to do well right off the bat. We'll kind of see if that's the case or not. But I'm excited. And the whole layout is so different. It's going to take me a while to get used to this. So you see players on the trade block. Now, another thing for people not too familiar with my channel is I do not make trades. I will delegate trades. Or if a trade is offered to me, I will accept it. But I do not propose trades. You know, I feel like you can really manipulate the roster way too quickly with that. And I like to keep it a little bit more realistic. So we do not make trades, and we can still have a lot of success building this team up without it. All right. So I don't know, are those the players' thoughts, or is that like their suggestions since maybe I don't have the best player there? I'm not quite sure. I'm very excited about this team. Let's do a brief look through, see what I need to change. And I always want a beast offensive line, and you know what? We don't have that right now at all, and that worries me. So it's something that we're going to have to focus on. You know, I feel pretty comfortable at right guard, obviously. I like left tackle. Levitre is the guy that was on the Crusaders, the guy I like. But overall, we need to find some better offensive line players. That's definitely going to be very, very important to us. This team just needs to be rebuilt all over at this point. Let's be honest. And that's okay. That's why I selected them. It's just going to take some time, but I have full faith that we will be able to make this happen. Defensively, same thing. You know, there's going to be a lot of holes. Brian Arakpo, huge signing for us. I'm excited about him. Morgan's going to be fun to work with. Parrish Cox coming over from the 49ers. You know, Casey, again, we knew about him. But it's still, you know, this is a team that needs some changes. You know, there's some holes to fill. And I think it's going to be a good time making sure we make all of that happen. So there is our roster to get things going. We do need to cut 3 players here before our first game. Usually I tend to go by salary. I don't know if it's going to let me. Let's go to a salary option. See if we can do that. Team management over here. Again, this is going to be a lot different than what I'm used to. I need to kind of find my way around this new menu here. You saw me get all those trophies, so you know this is my first time in this screen here. Finances, stadium, salaries is going to be under here, so let's check this out. This way I can cut a player without it affecting our overall salary, and that's usually the way I go. See, you can see here, Tanny, we can make a cut and not lose anything. Not that I necessarily want to cut him, but when he's the 4th guy in the depth chart, we're not going to go into the season with 4 players there. So that's kind of my train of thought with that. Andrews, same thing. He's kind of young. He's kind of young, and I like that. So I don't necessarily know that I should maybe make that cut yet. I doubt he'll be able to survive all 4 preseason games, but you know what? It's going to be important that we give him an opportunity to and see what he can do in that regard. Connor Neighbors, best of luck to you, sir. I need to make one more cut, and what I might do is actually we're going to go ahead and cut Clyde Gates here. He's a little bit older. The other guy is a little bit younger than him, which is good. Now, let's check out free agency, see if there's anybody I want to bring in, like a veteran that I could sign. Because that could definitely be huge. Let's see. Do I need a... Aha. And that could definitely be huge for us because we have so many holes. Bringing in a guy, here we go, Evan Mathis, right off the bat. I need to sign him because I want to improve my offensive line. And we can do that right off the bat with making that move. Jake Long, you know, I need a right tackle as well. I can immediately plug him over there. And that will be a good pickup for us. McDonald, just here, he's dumb. I don't even know what to say about that. Jermichael Finley, we don't necessarily need. I mean, he's a player I like a whole lot. Gresham as well, but you know, I do feel pretty comfortable with what we have going on. Brandon Spikes, another familiar face to the Crusader fans. And that might be a guy worth signing. There's a lot of options here for us. Oh gosh, Ray Rice is in the game. There's a lot of options for us. I really don't think we need to make too many big moves here early on. As I look down the list, there are definitely players that I have interest in, but I kind of want to see what I'm working with first before we make too many big signings. Reggie Wayne, that'd be a nice pickup for us. A veteran receiver, but I think we're okay there right now. So I am probably going to cut 2 more players right now, I think. And I'm doing this to boost our offensive line. That's what needs to happen. That's always one of my first priorities. You know, you want to win the battle of the trenches, and that's what we're going to be trying to do here. Should I cut? Yeah. I think I should cut Ford. I think I should cut Jacoby Ford. All right. And yeah, we definitely don't need this many tight ends. Here's the problem. I think I'm going to start taking cap hits for releasing a few of these players. And tight end base 4-3. Huh? I don't know what that's about. We are going to take a penalty. I don't like that. But I mean, I can't go into the season with 5 tight ends. And it kind of worries me because I'm probably going to have to cut another player here before we get to the regular season. Like even 4 tight ends is going to be a little bit much. Again, we're about to bring over some players here. Now, both of these guys are young. He's a little bit... I mean, he's younger, but he's not near as good. And then I could release a right tackle. Okay, yeah, that's a good move there. So we released a few players here. And we're going to need to release a lot more before we actually get to the regular season. But let's go ahead and boost our offensive line, make these signings. And that's definitely going to help, you know, get some pass protection. We have a young quarterback. We need to make sure he stays healthy. You know, you don't put the second pick in the draft on a guy just for him to get injured. So we will sign Evan Mathis. I think that's a very good move for us. Brandon Spikes, you know, I'm down to sign him, man. We'll sign Jake Long as well. And Spikes is a guy, he's done well for me on my Crusader franchise. He's probably not the most popular player right now. amongst the NFL, but he's not Ray McDonald. I will avoid character players. Brandon Spikes, kind of a moron, but he's not like Ray McDonald or Ray Rice or any of the Rays doing things like that. I don't know. But I do have a history with Spikes, and so we are going to give him a shot. We'll check back to see if Owusu gets cut, because everybody knows Harmonte Edwards. I'm probably going to do that. Another thing you guys need to know, if you're new, is I am a diehard Appalachian State fan, and I will always be giving my Appalachian State homies a chance, because, I love Appalachian State. I do not think, we'll see. Oh, DJ Moore is available. We have to sign DJ Moore. I might need to cut one more player. Yep, I need to cut somebody else. DJ Moore from our Chicago Cougars franchise. He was a steal. He has incredible hands, gets a lot of interceptions, and definitely a player I want to bring aboard to try him out, see if he can contribute to this team. Now, if he doesn't, that's a move we'll have to make in terms of cutting him. But to get things going, I definitely want to bring him aboard and see if he can contribute to this new team, guys. I am excited about this, and I really want to do this right. I think we're going to do good things with this Titans team. We'll have to figure out where to relocate to. I haven't put any thought into this at all, guys. This is going to be a blind relocation just about, but I think it'll be a good time. Here we go. DJ Moore, welcome back, sir. I like having him on my roster. Let's go ahead back to the depth chart. Make sure everything's kind of been updated there. I don't know how that works, if it auto does it for us or if we need to manually kind of switch everything back around. Let's check it out. We'll do an auto reorder to get things going. Here we are. Marcus Mariota, rookie out of Oregon, going to be our start. Oh, man, our starter here. At running back, we got Bishop Sankey, second-year player from Washington. Dexter McCluster going to be behind him. Definitely a weapon we could use. McCluster's a little bit smaller, but he's very speedy. And that's going to be fun to use. Doran Dickerson, a guy I like a whole lot. I like a fullback with speed, and Doran Dickerson usually offers that. Let's go ahead and check out. Yeah, 89 speed for a fullback. That's a weapon. That's a little bit underutilized in the NFL nowadays. I used tight ends on Madden long before the NFL teams, it became trendy to use tight ends. And I kind of feel the same thing about fullback. I think in a few years you're going to see the fullback position be looked at as a more dangerous weapon. Kendall Wright, Hakeem Nicks, North Carolina, baby. That's my other team. I'm a Tar Heel fan. Harry Douglas, Dorial Green Beckham. Now, I think we're probably going to move him up into this slot spot to begin. Well, Harry Douglas is a little bit better in the slot. However, I definitely kind of want to use the rookie, give him that shot. Well, Harry Douglas doesn't have that speed that he used to either. That's a little interesting. Armonte Edwards, I like having him there, but Justin Hunter we obviously have to use. We'll try this out. If we need to make some changes, we will. Again, I do not care about player rating. Whichever of these guys proves to me they deserve to get the playing time, that's the player that is going to be receiving it. Again, Delaney Walker at tight end, Craig Stevens going to be there, and Anthony Fasano, pretty good third-string tight end that we have there. Jake Long taking over at left tackle now. I think that's going to be a pretty good signing for us. We have Evan Mathis at left guard. Like, you can see the difference in our team right off the bat. And because of that, what I might do here is put Levitre into this spot. I feel like that might be a better move because Levitre is currently at a backup spot now. And I think, we're going to get a better player here. Now, he's a little bit out of position, but a lot of times you can see players amongst the offensive line kind of move around. Now, center's a little bit different. But Levitre is a veteran at this point. I think he's more than capable of handling that. And that way we do get our best players along the offensive line, something I find to be, I put priority on that. And then we're going to have Lawan over here. I think that'll be good for us. And he's actually rated pretty well over here too, so that's definitely good. Defensively, I think we're going to be okay with what we have at the moment. I do want to make some moves over time, but it is just going to take time to do that. Derek Morgan is a player I like a whole lot. I think it's going to be fun to use him. Brandon Spikes has taken over there. Now, I do like Williamson. And I might even want Williamson to be the starter there. Now, look at that tackle. That tackle is key. And that hit power is key. You know, he's going to force a lot of fumbles. Speed-wise, I definitely like Williamson's speed a little bit more, though. And Zach Brown has very good speed, another North Carolina player here. And that's something I kind of put a pretty high priority on in terms of linebackers. Now, we are going to stick with Brandon Spikes right now. But again, I don't care about ratings. We'll see how the preseason unfolds. And if we need to make some changes, we're going to make some changes. I promise you that. Jason McCourty going to be our main corner here. We're going to have Parrish Cox as well. Ray Wilson, going to be interesting to see what he can do. You know, a little bit disappointing right now. But I think we can make it work. DJ Moore, guy I'm excited about. I almost want to just put DJ Moore right here, to be honest. Cornerbacks, definitely going to be a priority when it comes to scouting. You know, I put a high priority on that as well. Huff, decent young free safety. I thought Griffin was going to be better. He never quite lived up to the career I thought he was capable of. Another North Carolina player here, Denoris Searcy. And I love my Tar Heels, baby, so I'm stoked to have him. It's going to be an interesting year. You know, we're probably not going to be the greatest team out there this year. It's a whole new Madden. It's different controls, and I plan on making it very, very challenging. I would not expect a winning season. Going to go ahead and say that right now, but who knows? It all depends on how Marcus Mariota, handles the pressure and everything like that, guys. It is going to be a good season, and I am stoked to be diving into Madden 16, guys. Thank you all so much for the support. If you enjoyed this video and you are looking forward to the season, please smash that like button, guys. It helps me out so very, very much, and I am looking forward to diving into this series. So with that said, I'm going to end this video here, hop into the game, and I will see y'all there. Later.